Alright, let's create a combine assault from scratch. With an assault, we can instrument one or multiple combine to proceed on a pre-designed route to a final goal while securing tactical points along the way. So at first, we need combine. Let's go to the entity tool and create a combine soldier. So this combine soldier now should get a name, so I'll get into the properties here. I will call it friendly combine because I need friendly combine for this demonstration, otherwise I will get killed immediately. And just remove the tank. I can't stand it when they have that. They're so easy to kill. And we can have normal tactics, or what I personally like, pressure the enemy, which is also cool. And I want to have multiple of them, which why I create or set the wake squad, and I set the squad name to something so they work together. Where is it? Squad name. Combines. Friendly combines. I have to actually make this guy friendly, so I am creating an entity AI relationship right here, which does exactly that. So disposition like, everything on standard, start active, and as the subject NPC I will use the friendly combine, and for the target I use !player. This makes this combine friendly. So for an assault there are two possible ways to initiate it. Either using a single or a special entity, which is called AI goal assault, or by passing the assault command on a parameter to the combine. I will use the AI goal assault entity first. So this is basically our controller of that whole thing, the initiator, the controller, which creates everything on the way. So I go to the entity tool and search for AI underscore goal underscore assault. I place it somewhere, it doesn't matter where, but what we now have to do is to configure it correctly. Let's say this is the assault underscore controller, this is the name. Actors to effect, you can use either a name of a special entity or a class type. When you change it, so I will use the name of this entity, combine, friendly combine. If I would change this to, let's say, NPC combine S, so NPC underscore combine underscore S, which is the class name, then I have to switch this to class name. But I will leave it with the entity name. So actors to effect are friendly combine. There is a soccer thing called rallypoint set. So a rallypoint set. This assault is comprised out of various routes, or at least one route, and these routes, they have entry points where everything begins, and you can define a name for this, and you can even use an asterisk, so they will use the, let's say, the closest to them, and you can define the search for that here. But let me first create one of those or two of those points so I can show it a bit better. So the next entity we need is the assault underscore rallypoint. Assault underscore rallypoint. So I will refer to these assault underscore rallypoint things as the entry point of a path that I want to create. So I place it somewhere where this is important. Here this rally will begin. And I named this now, say this is my first path, so I will give it path underscore 1, and let's say path 1, and I want to have another path, or let's say, let me just see if I have to switch something else here. I could create an assault delay, so it can begin at a point later in time. I can make it urgent, they will run to it, and so on. But this should be sufficient, and I create another one here. So this is the path 2, because I want to have another combine from that direction. Oh yeah, this map is really basic. It is pre-work in progress, let's say. But it has a nice junction where I can have combine from different directions. So this is the second one. Let's make this combine into a cap officer. Okay. So this works, and because that has the same name as the combine here, the friendly relationship will work. So now the path that we have is comprised of an entry point, a final point, and several points in between. So I will use one of those points now. These are called assault_assaultpoint. So I place this one here. Let's give this a name. Let's say AP for assault point _1. The cool thing is that these entry points, they can also share these points. So when I have this AP1, I can have already this, it is urgent and attack tolerance and all of the stuff. I will leave it to the easiest settings here. Just you can play with that, which is also fun to explore some things here. What is really important, the path has to be linked. So I have this copied here. This is AP2. This is AP3. So you can lay out your path. We'll just create a lot of those things and wire them together a bit later. Wait, copy this here. And let's say the final point is somewhere here. I will call it this final_goal. So path 1 needs now the linkage to a path, so there is an assault point, so the first assault point I define. So as you see, it is now connected. The next assault point, I have to go to this AP1 here, and I put the next assault point right here. From this one, I put the next assault point, say, here. Oh, what was this? I suddenly switched the name there. Did the wrong thing. 1, 2, that was number 3, right? Chose the wrong date picker. AP3, AP2, AP4. Okay, we are still okay. But I switched the names here. This was AP3 and this is AP4. I wanted to have the, sorry for that inconvenience, the next assault point, of course, here, and this will go to a final assault point. So a bit further down, next assault point is the final goal. Okay, this seems to be our first path. Okay, let's create the second path. So this needs the first assault point, so I can choose this. And let's say the next assault point, this will be a fast officer here. Where is it? Here, next assault point is here, and so you can be really creative and choose a really cool path. This is just for the demo of it. Alright, and now the final part in that wiring is we have to get this controller here now needs to know the set of these entry points, so these rally points. So this is why I choose the name picker, and now I can replace, because the first path is called path_1 and the next one is path_2, I can also replace the number with an asterisk. So what this controller now has, and so this controller has now the information there is a combine, or there are two combine called friendly combine, which have to choose a path with a name path_something. So they will have these, and now we can say what they do here. We have the rallypoint selection method, priority closest. So this is this combine will choose this because it is closer than this entry point, and that combine will choose that. And the other thing is we have to give them cues. We can let them walk to there and then give some entity input to walk to the next, but I just want to have them run the path immediately, so I say don't wait for a cue. You could say gunfire or input or don't wait for a cue. So there will be no gunfire because I'm just in that spectator mode. Okay. I think this can be started from the map spawn. So I could say, yes, as soon as the map spawns, the assault will begin, but I don't want that. I want to create a trigger where I simply tell them, yes, now you can start. So I create a simple trigger once here. And give the output on start touch. Oh. The assault controller should be activated, which will start the assault. Okay, let's have a look. Also, sorry for the layout of the map. It has basic light things there. It is really work in progress, but it is just for demonstrating this.
No sector containment. No confirmation on target 1 vector. Waiting for secondary perimeter code.
Awesome, you little rascals.
Call code. Delta Echo 79 Alpha 210.
Already pretty cool. So with all that, you can define different paths and different ways. And what I find extremely cool is you can use NPC IO to initiate this assault. And so you don't need this controller, or you can do it with this controller, yes, or you can do it with NPC input. So you can have more NPCs, more different NPCs, more variety, giving them different names. So each of those names, each of those NPC can be spawned, and then you just let them follow a path that you have laid out. And they can defend these points, they can wait for any other cues or for gunfires and so on. So with this creates a very cool dynamic in your map. So I will leave that AI goal assault in here, but I won't activate it using the input from my trigger, so I will remove that, and instead of on start touch I will say that the target entity, so I said NPC IO, so yes, friendly combine, there is this assault, and I have to pass them the name of the rally point so that they get wired to these entry points. And this is also really cool because let's take the name picker, path 1. It also works with the asterisk. So I do exactly the same thing with this trigger and NPC IO as I just did with this AI goal assault entity. So this should work exactly the same as just seen.
Affirmative. Close out. Standing by for opportunities. Stabilization team holding position. Light visit 7-3. Audibles at 15. Overrun confirmed. HVT's perimeter is on it. Stay alert.
Yeah, they have some combined chitter. And yeah, feel free to just have a look at all those entities at the different I/O. There are very cool options here, and you can create a very quick setup. The other way you can do things like that would be the AI scripted schedule, something like that. But I find this option here is pretty awesome to just let Combine run through your map, and you can also reuse these paths for different Combine, and this makes it, I think, a bit more flexible, and you can let them defend these points here. So this is awesome. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.